Okay, I can be heard now. Okay, so I actually have two. Okay, okay, so one thing actually, I have Splatoon 3 virtually. I'm not sure why. Okay, that thing just fell out. I'm not sure why. I need like a different card to like play this game, but I don't know. 1 hour and 10 minutes early. I won't. Yeah, I'm starting early just so I can get stuff out the way, because I'm realizing that actually 6 p.m. is not necessarily such an ideal time to be streaming. But I have my original Switch, which I think should pop up now. I have two Switches. Give me a second. Hi, Cheese, welcome to stream. Deactivate, activate. Yeah. So I have two streams. Well, two Switches. That's my base Switch that I don't use anymore. And this is my OLED if it works. Oh my god. You're playing Pokepia? Is that a new Pokemon game? I don't fully know at the moment. I remember people were talking about that, but I'm not sure if it's its own like standalone game. New game, pretty fun. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. I think these controllers are having a bit of an issue connecting to my normal Switch, which is, problematic, but it's okay. I'll plug in my actual Switch here. And we'll start with X today. It's a pretty fun game. If you had to rate it out of 10, at least for right now, what would you rate it as? I know Nintendo does have, or at least from what I remember, there's virtual game cards now, but I think that's for digital games only. But apparently, I don't have the digital game card for Splatoon 3 on my first Switch anymore. For whatever reason. I'm not sure why that is. But that is an issue. Also, this first Switch has crashed on me, so that's not good. Right. Yeah. My first Switch actually it's kind of frozen. I think it actually crashed. Which is not good. But I don't know. It'll fix itself probably. Your birthday is tomorrow? Are you excited about your birthday, or are you not excited about your birthday? Yeah, wait a sec. The second Switch is actually, like, not working. Not the Switch I have plugged in, but, like, my actual original Switch is bugged out. You're not that excited? Is it not like a big birthday? And I know for me, I've become 20 this year. So I'm pretty excited about that. Big Joe. Yeah, Big Run is next week. I'll do Big Run when it comes out. Cause I have spring break next week, actually. Well, let me rephrase it. After Friday, I have spring break. Just another year more. What more can I say? I guess. I don't know. Alright, I did say I would be playing X today. But I don't have access to X, which is dumb. So I gotta get X now. I don't know. What have you guys done today? I know for me, so far today, I played Foxhole earlier. This is the first time I played it in 2 months, which is a while, but the new update's pretty cool. I might play it again. I'm not sure. Besides that, I haven't done too much of actual substance. I do plan to get towards doing both 2 homework assignments and getting a... Getting 2 homework assignments done and getting some studying prep done for 2 tests I have next week. And then I have spring break where I could just stream almost every day for you guys. But considering the fact that I know gas prices are going up a lot, I need to find a way to conserve on the usage of electricity around here. Hi, Trainus 9, welcome to the stream. Oh, yeah, it's okay if you can't play today. I just want this stream to be mainly where I'm talking to you guys. So if you have something that you guys are thinking about, we could talk about it. Alright. Now, to get to X, it's going to take a lot of work, to be honest. Oh. Got it. Okay, I messed up again. That's my fault. I'm actually a little bit surprised that my teammates have not fully secured this area yet, but I think they have. So I'm going to make a sharp right turn, get rid of that sprinkler, and we can begin moving a bit more here. Even though I missed that, that's okay. Oh, I messed that up. Fine. I need my teammates back on that tower. There we go. I think we should be able to push straight to the base. Luckily, because I'm playing Splatoon 3 every week, roughly, I'm not having much decay in my ability to actually play the game, which is good. I would have some issue with, I guess, grinding the game for long periods of time. Like, against that guy, because they have a bit more mechanical experience than I do at the moment. But as long as I'm practicing against them, I should adapt to it, so it won't be as bad long term. I'm down. Okay, so they have... Okay, my teammates are struggling in base, but they have a crab tank up right now. Crab tank's not usually too difficult to bring down under most circumstances. Oh, well. Okay, there we go. Got that person. How have you guys actually felt about Splatoon 3 recently? At least in regards to playing it. Are you guys enjoying it more? Especially after the last update? Or does it still feel somewhat the same as prior updates did? Where the update has already been out for a while where it's kind of boring. How do you guys feel? Because I know the game doesn't have it, definitely does not have the same amount of people playing it as it did at launch. For obvious reasons, most games decline after a while. But for the 90% of people who are still available, there's still some interest in the game for them. So I think Nintendo should at least try to keep them around if possible. I need to back away. Oh my god. There we go. I like the addition health bars. No, I like the addition of aura, but the health bars wasn't necessary. I mean, from a gameplay perspective, the health bars don't change anything. It just allows you to tell the health of the opponent that you're fighting, which can be useful. But I think if they want to have an option where you can turn that off, that would be nice. If you don't necessarily want to have that extra information. I think some shooter games have that option. You just see how much damage you're doing plus health bar, or not having that available to you. I think they all have. I think a decent amount have that feature. I'm not completely sure, but I know one game I do play has it. You can see how much damage you're doing and the health for the enemy if you want to show it. I think because they added health bars, it would be nice to actually see raw damage numbers, similar to how we see them inside of the lobby terminal. It would be nice to see actual damage numbers in game with the health bars, because the health bar of itself gives a general idea where their health is, but it's not a full picture by any stretch of the imagination. So with that in mind, I think if they were to change health bars again, they should probably add numbers. Small enough so it's not blocking your screen, but add numbers to at least make it more useful. That's how I personally feel about it. Add small numbers, like maybe ink numbers, and then depending on how low the opponent is, you change the color of the damage being dealt. But I'm not sure if the people who at least make decisions for the administration of Splatoon 3, I'm not sure if that idea has already been proposed. Because there's a chance that idea has already been proposed to whoever is leading the decision making, or rather the game design of Splatoon 3, and it's been struck down. There's a possibility of that. But I think that will be something that they probably could update in update 12 if we ever get there. Considering I don't think Splatoon 4 will be around until at least 2030, I'd imagine they would keep updating this game, even if it's semi-frequently. So small, relatively small content updates. Although, they might drop a map tomorrow, you never know. I think I asked the poll about Earth Underpass, about what would you, I think, add to it or remove. I have to check the exact post. But some people were saying to remove the map entirely, which I didn't like that suggestion because I like having different maps to play on. But I would say, I guess if the devs decided to do a map rotation, depending on the maps that people want at a time, that could work while keeping them all in the game in private battles. Although I'm not sure how that will work once we get to like the end of the game life cycle completely. And if we have like a pretendo system similar to the Wii U. We do get a pretendo system similar to the Wii U for at least the base Nintendo Switch. Probably not Nintendo Switch 2 for a while. Then I would imagine that this game would be preserved through that. I don't really expect the servers for the Switch to shut down until, at least in my opinion, I think they may shut down in about 10 years from now. By that time, we should have either Splatoon 4 or Splatoon 5 by then. Although, At one point, do you think they would end the series though? Because Smash technically had its last, they had an ultimate version of the game in 2018, where every single character in its history was added. And we probably won't see something similar to that for a very long time. But there will probably be another Smash game to the same scope as Smash Ultimate. I'm not completely sure. At least not in recent times, because they did say they struggled a lot to get rights to a lot of the characters. You got it? Okay. Okay, I'm back to it. I would say it was peak. I still have the game. I just don't have all. I don't have all the DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But I know there's at least 90 characters, I believe. I would love to play Steve if I ever get the chance. Even though people are complaining that Steve has destroyed the game fundamentally with his playstyle, I would still like to play him. Because his method of playstyle is something that I would like to do, where you are fundamentally constructing the fighting space where everyone has to face you in, and I like that idea. Alright. There we go. I need this. Need. There we go. Oh. There we go. We won. Alright, I think that's 2 wins. Let me update my tracker here. Did Steve or Kazuya impact the game more? Judging by how much the community is talking about Steve, I would assume that he impacted the game more, simply because a lot of the game mechanics have to change due to his existence. The developers had to rework a lot of the stages to get Steve to work. So I would say, compared to Kazuya, Steve was a lot more impactful. Because Steve can build his own stage, set up different parts of the map to favor him. And because he has that ability to just control the geometry of the map, he can control when different states of the game are and when you can attack him. When that's different from other characters where, yes, there is a neutral game, but they don't necessarily control the neutral game as much as him, whereas he just makes it. Whether you are in neutral game, you're off the stage, he physically controls that dynamic now. Not just the power of the character, not just the power of the actual person playing the character. The physical character can change the game state easily. I think Kazuya was pretty impactful, but I need to watch more videos to give a much more informed opinion. I do remember videos of Smash Ultimate players who were playing in tournaments. They did fight a level 9 Kazuya computer, and it was doing very well against them. Steve is much more complex, so the simple algorithms that Nintendo has built for the Smash characters aren't going to be able to fully encapsulate all that Steve can do, like the players have, because the algorithm is not self-learning. Not yet, anyway. If it somehow was, I'd imagine it played a lot better than a person. Alright, I'm down. That's all the information I know from watching at least some of their competitive players about a year or so ago. So a year and a half ago. I don't know of a current situation now with Steve, but I don't believe there's been a significant balance patch of any real kind. So I believe Steve's raw power is still where it is, as the best character of the game, but people may have learned different methods to counter him in that time. But his raw functional power has not changed. Oh, hello. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go, another one. There we go. So that's been breached. We're not going to be able to push for about, I think about 10 seconds. So that's good for us. But I did just give them a free ball, which is bad. And I just died to that, unfortunately. Not very good. I would definitely say, though, generally, what it's necessarily meta in the competitive scene is not necessarily what you should use to base how you should play at a lower level. At a lower level. Because the game dynamics are different. I'll check if you sent a friend request. I haven't seen a request icon pop up yet. So I'll check if you actually sent me. Oh, there we go. Okay, I dodged long enough for us to get those last ones in. My teammate is down. They had a chance just to throw clams in there, but we are okay for the most part, which is a good thing. Right. I know someone may or may not be up there. There we go. There we go. Made a trade. I think we should win this. We should be able to win this pretty easily. If we don't, then I think we'll have like a few problems. But we should be able to win this. There we go. So that's another win. I need to check if I mistaked a win for a loss here. So I have to change this. So I'll make sure I check before I go on to the next game. And I'll check if you actually sent me a friend request directly. I'll make sure that I check. Okay. Good game. Alright. Let me see. Actually, I need to open up YouTube Studio. There we go. Splatoon 3. 3. Okay, let me pause. Let's see if I made a mistake with the count. No, so I've gotten all the predictions correct so far today. Not bad. Let me see if you sent me a friend request. Alright, I see it. It's taking a while to load, though, but I see it. Okay, you played the game for 25 hours? And so I'll have my games here. Cool. Okay. Alright, so I added you around 7:27? 20? It seems to be. On my end. If I open up a preview projector, it should be easy to see. Yeah. And it's person named Des there. Alright. Keep going. Yeah, I will say, generally, I think Splatoon 3, I think a lot of people who were casual complained about this, specifically where they think that the game right now is too competitive how it's designed. Not necessarily how it's designed, but more so the people playing at high level. I would definitely say that does have validity to it from how aggressive people are playing. So I think that makes sense. But I'll also say, generally, because this game series as a whole, Splatoon as a game series is about, it will be 11 years old this year. Yes, it will be 11 years old this year. I think because of that, simply, people have been able to play this game for such a long time as to be able to optimize how you play the game, that I think inevitably this will be a game series where, when it does get more popular, you'll have a large subset of people who are just very good and hard for casuals to compete against because they've been playing the game at a high level for so long, of just grinding out intense gameplay. And then there will be more of a casual side where there's not as much playing of the game, but a lot more cultural representation. So a lot more people making like cartoons for the game, but not actually playing, if that makes sense. I can see Splatoon turning into a game where some people actually creating stuff for the in-game universe versus actually playing it. Just for how competitive it may get. That's just my opinion. I'm not 100% certain about that. Like, it could be different. Right? But at least for how things are now, and assuming they stay quite similar, I could definitely see more people just play the game. People who are playing the game are more of the competitive players, and the people who are making a lot of content for the game, as in storytelling, are going to be the casual players. And that their major contribution is going to be the stories that they make to improve the universe versus showing off the gameplay. For now. Maybe when this game gets less competitive and becomes a bit easier for the vast majority of people, I can see more casuals playing it, especially if they adjust the matchmaking. But it's more going to be, if you need people to actually play the game and have their matchmaking for the moment. There aren't enough people playing. It's a complicated subject for you. Oh, no. Okay, I definitely think there'll definitely be more people in the future who stumble upon this game series. But I could see if there's not enough people who actually are playing the game consistently, I would imagine it morph into what I just described. Because people who will stick with the game will be a bit more competitive players generally. So they will get very good. Whereas people who are more casual and just want to have fun, they won't have that same opportunity. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god. I should have moved to the right, man. What am I doing? Big mistake. But, you know, it's fine. Okay. I think we have it fully secured now. Yeah, I think we have this area fully secured. Yeah, it should be fully secured now. No, I'm down. Oh my goodness. We're actually struggling a lot to get a decent push going. Which is a problem, I would say. Like, we are having issues getting over to their base to begin with. Okay, there we go. That's closed up. I think we should win it as long as we hold everything. Plan to do. We have one person down. I need to paint here so we can move. Okay, I'm going to paint this. No, Storm! Why are you so bad at the game? Why am I so bad? Okay, now let's just hold it off. Lock it down. Okay, I think we saved it, but we gotta pick these up. There we go. Oh, wow. There we go. Oh, wow. But yeah, I think generally, the devs should probably try to advertise... Not 341, oh my goodness. But developers should probably try and advertise Splatoon 3 more to the general public outside of Japan. So that way you have better retention rate for casuals because there'll be more casual players. And there won't be as many people like me who would just be beating them up as soon as we get into a game with them. I feel like that would be something important to at least keep in mind. There needs to be a decent amount of people who are casual playing the game. If not, there will be too many competitive players for them to get matched into, and that will get rid of the rest of them, and that's not what we want to happen. I do think though, it's Splatoon Raiders drops because a lot of people are excited about that. Depending on what they do, that could bring more people back to the original game. I feel Nintendo wants to prioritize Mario-related games more. I would think so. That's their flagship title, though. That's their biggest, as far as I know, that's their biggest IP that they fully own. I'm not sure Pokemon's bigger. But Mario is the biggest IP that they fully own collectively. So it makes sense to advertise it. There's a lot of different spin-offs that Mario has already with both Mario Kart, Mario Party, and all of the family games. Zelda and Splatoon don't have that. They don't have a lot of spin-off games. This would be the first Splatoon spin-off that Nintendo would be Splatoon Raiders as its own standalone story game. But it could, like a Splatoon party game, because it is in the city and there's a lot of people, could work. It's a lot of different things they could do. They could make a very well-made Splatoon party game. That's essentially like playing Monopoly. They could do that. They already somewhat have it with tableturf, but they could reuse some of those cards and then change the context that they have them in, and they can work on that. So instead of having tableturf as the strategic card game where you're trying to take space and have a lot of strategy similar to like chess or checkers, what they could do is maybe they could do a Pokemon route for it, or make it into kind of like blackjack. There's a lot of stuff they can. I'm not sure if they will do it. There's a lot of stuff they can. And I think that would be important to know. That there's stuff that they can do, but they just haven't done it. But maybe that's for when the game series gets bigger. Alright, another basket open. We should be able to do a little bit here. Teammate is down, unfortunately. Believe it or not, I do think, just due to how Salmon is structured, what they could eventually do is just have like a game where you're playing as Salmonids. That could probably be the party game. That would be ideal, actually. Just have a Salmonid sitcom game and it could work quite well. They could make a Fallout version for Salmonids, where it's War never changes, but it's Fish Edition, and has extra drama. And we learn about how the Salmon has actually built all the equipment that they have. Or it could just be like a story game, like Caribbean Forgotten Land, where it's not directly connected to the rest of the lore. Could also do that. I'm not Nintendo, so I'm not completely sure what they're thinking about, but they do want to prioritize both Splatoon and Animal Crossing. They've already added Splatoon stuff into Animal Crossing, so I would not be surprised if they added an Animal Crossing. I would not be surprised if they added Animal Crossing material into Splatoon in some way. Maybe they add like fishing finally, and we can see all the species of fish that still exist. They could do that. Or they could have it be, they could add a travel system. There's a chance that Splatoon Raiders is just a Splatoon Island game, Splatoon Tomodachi Life. It could just be that. It'd be funny if it would be. They could just have them on. You just move them, or you can take an airport as an Inkling or Octoling and go to a different part of the world. Because we do see planes in the game. But the only way we know to transport around physically that we actually have access to is the subway. But if they add the planes, so you can fly wherever you want, or maybe they have this open world Splatoon game with those abilities, they could have a lot of fun. They could make a Splatoon GTA game if they really wanted to. Now, do I think they'll actually do that? No. But they could. It'd be quite nice to see. It'd be nice to know if Shiver actually has that much money, because they were on Team Money and Team Power. So it'd be very funny or fitting if they had a palace that you could go visit. If you did X task that took money from Big Man, that would be pretty cool. Here we go. There we go. We won. Yeah, so you go to an island that Big Man has somewhere in Splatoon Raiders to go get an item, and you have to bring it back to Shiver to get access to a palace that allows you to teleport anywhere you want to. That would be pretty cool. Now, I don't think this game has teleportation in it, but it would be cool if they added it in some way. Because hypothetically, if most of the world is still too dangerous to transit, they could add a portal system where a plane just pops through a portal and takes you to the next destination. You don't actually fly there. But that's just speculation. I have no idea. Things happen. Boom. Alright, so I actually have a decent weapon power, considering all things considered, for this weapon. Slosh Machine, I've been playing it for a long enough amount of time where it doesn't really matter. Should not really matter how much I play with it, because Nintendo knows they have such a large history where I have a good ranked ability with it. Alright, Ultimate Murray Franco, welcome to stream. What's going on? Huh. I need to figure out a way to make dinner later, because I have to boil spaghetti. But then I'm even thinking I need to warm up meat sauce on a different plate and then add the spaghetti to it. Or I might have to do something else. I'm not fully sure what I want to do yet. At the moment, I'm not fully sure. Sonic 1 on the Sega Genesis? What about it? I think the only real Sonic games I've played is the Sonic Racing game and one about, I think, Sonic Boom, and that was it. You asked what I was doing? Oh, okay. Wait, how do you have access to Sonic 1? Are you using an emulator to play it? Or do you actually have a Sega Genesis with you right now? I'm not sure if they still sell those. Okay. Aim up here. You own a Sega Genesis? Okay. I should look that up. I don't know how old they are. I don't have too many consoles that are Splatoon consoles in general. I only have Nintendo consoles at the moment. Human. That should clear out the way for my teammates to fall in there. Provided they know what they're doing, but they mess it up. Okay. Not ideal. But not terrible. We're still losing. It's not ideal. But we can make it through this. There you go. I got one person. Alright, but I need enough for a clan. Okay, no, my teammates are not gonna get clear for that. Yeah, back away a little bit. Uh-oh. Yes, please, please. I'm so bad. My teammate's also down. This is not good. But I guess that's okay. Because that should force them to play a little bit better, especially considering the gear that they have. I need to be a bit more aggressive, it seems, with the positioning. There we go. Yeah, because now I can just walk back. I'm down. And also everyone on my team is down. Should buy God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. If your hardware can run it, I would do it if you really want the game. As long as your hardware can run it. Paulo. That's a mistake, buddy. Please do not jump to me. I don't know why. Most of my team has stealth jump, but they're still jumping to me. Even though I'm in a frontline position. Should not be doing that ideally. Go. I'm down. Buy Sonic and Knuckles. Is that like a specific game or what is that? It's so vague, so it might refer to multiple things. Unless it's just a game, especially stated Sonic and Knuckles. Ugh. Okay, I'm getting a little tired, but I can keep going. Okay, most of my team is dropped out the sky, so not good. All right, I have no one on my team right now. Nice, keep going. Boom, boom. I bought Sonic Origins, so I have it. But do you automatically get games for buying some games? I guess some games have a bundle that accompany them. Oh my goodness. Should you play Splatoon 1? If you want the original Splatoon experience, yes. If you don't like Splatoon 1, no. That's all I can really say. Alright, I think I've missed a loss somewhere. Let me add those. I have to go back and fix my loss review. I have not updated it yet. Is it worth it? To get all the games in the bundle? Like, does it cost a lot? Okay, I'm down. I think Mario All-Stars had the problem with it not running well for whatever reason. $40? That's kind of cheap, I will admit. It's very cheap overall. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm covering that, so... There we go. Ninjas assemble. And we got it. Down. With bugs and charges, OST for 13. But with the bugs and changes to the original soundtrack for 3, hey, just play against the original natural hardware. I mean, the bugs will be not inevitable, but if you're trying to switch something from older to new hardware that is not designed for, so there would be some bugs involved with that would need to be accounted for. Extra resources would have to be spent on actually polishing the game and updating it for the modern requirements. There we go. Doing pretty well. I already have stuff. Wait, hold on. Let me get this to 6. I already had Splatoon 1 and stuff. Play Splatoon 4. Splatoon 4 is not out yet though. Splatoon 4 is not out-ish yet. Maybe it will be, though. Like pretty relatively soon, hopefully. Not those types of bugs. Then what types of bugs? I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins, 1 loss. There we go. This is accurate. All right. Gun. You meant 3? Oh. I mean, you could play 3 if you want to. Yeah, more people playing 3 than 1 at the moment. Oh. Okay. I switch, and we are locked in a box. Only console that actually do is security. Yep. Really? Wow. Okay, I'm on. There we go. Okay. Just keeping everything under control. Okay. Alright, trade with that guy. But I can play 1 and be funny. You could. You could. That's a valid argument. That's good. Any of my teammates good? No. Miss. There we go. Alright, so they miss. That's very good for us. Like seeing that. I think Splatoon 3 as it is now is pretty chaotic, although it's a bit more ordered than S1 is. This game is more has more of a balance where playing the game well is very rewarding, but there aren't that many broken specials available that can really win the balance. I think. Oh, there we go. I was able to back away successfully from that. It's good. But yeah, I would definitely say the game now, it does reward skill a lot more than I think even S1 and S2 did. You have to be good. You have to be way better than you have to be in the first 2 games. I think this game relatively is very well balanced now compared to where it was in the early days of the game. Alright, bro. Oh, no, back away from that. There. Okay. Alright, I'm dead, and I think my next teammate is also down. No, never mind. They're good. What are you gonna switch your lock away since the moving house? It's kind of sad that they like that on my birthday. Well, I mean, if you're moving, right, it would make sense to keep it locked away just so you don't lose. track of it, it does make sense. Even if it's unfortunate. Okay, huge. Teammate huge. There we go. That was almost nearly one away from a loss right there, but pretty good. Yeah, so 2-1 for now. Yeah, I didn't forget there was damage up in Splatoon 1, but that was more a feature that was notable in Splatoon 2 for some weapons. Alright. Oh, goodness. It's getting dark outside. But by tomorrow, the time should update. So, tomorrow, the sun should set around 7. So, it's dark at 6 now. It should be dark at 7 tomorrow. So, change from 6 to 7. And maybe Sonic Adventure S3. I mean, whatever you want to do, it's okay. I would imagine. Alright, okay. Apparently, just taking a very slow, relatively grind to get back to S+, and then I can start playing X rank. But we're already an hour into stream already so far. This is the first weekend where I generally felt lazy because I don't have as much to do, but I know I have just enough to do. Still, so no time to rest just yet. This is roughly the time when I get started on projects I want to do. Okay. I made a mistake. I should have rushed them down. I got story mode on your Wii U. I have the game card version for the Switch, but I already finished everything. Let me start to the story. Maybe look back to it. But the only main reason I got into Minecraft was because someone who was around my age when I was 9 was beating me up while playing the game because I did not understand. That's the main reason I know about Minecraft now. Okay, I'm struggling to do basic things at the moment, and that's hurting me a lot. I'm struggling to do basic movement at the moment, and that's not good. So is my team, apparently. We are very disorganized in our thinking. Or organization, rather. I don't have the speed to be able to catch the brush right now. This is not good. Surprised that we're losing this battle. Okay, they ran away. Good. I need to clear out this section here. There might be a person spawns in on this end. Okay, it's gone. Okay, I messed that up. Not able to really do anything. Yeah, I'm struggling a lot here. That's okay. As long as I'm struggling now, so I can learn what I'm making a mistake on, I shouldn't be in such a dire position. Which is what I want to avoid. Because we have an enemy problem where there's just so many people who are not supposed to be in our base right now. We're not able to really control it. To be fair, we do have 2 rollers though. That does hurt our speed. It does hurt our speed quite a bit that we have 2 rollers and not too many other choices to be able to move around. Oh, guys. Okay. Ignore them. Ignore. Keep the bridge open. Maintain access. Guys, hold on. Okay, everyone's running away. Not good. Not good. Everyone's run away. We just need one person and we win. That's all we need. Let's go. Alright, 8. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check outside. One second. Alright, I should be back now. Alright, on to the next game whenever possible. I still have my Wii U, luckily, but if I really want to play that many games, I might not actually have that much available to me, to be fair. Alright, on to the next one. Okay. Just from the general synopsis, I think after, I did say around, when did I say it? Around the 14th, I did want to do a custom Splatfest of some kind. I need to figure out the rules I want for it, though. It would have to probably be Turf War, for sure. Other than that, I'm not really too sure what else would happen. What else I should add. Because there's no real way to replicate tricolor maps at the moment. Hey Jaden, welcome to the stream. Miiverse might work. I thought they took down Miiverse. I thought that was been taken down already. Alright, let's keep going. Matchmaking's taking quite a while. At least for the fact that this is series, there should be more people here. Pretendo it's going to work. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense for them. Because it's going to work because I had tried it before my Wii U. Okay. Oh, wow. I'll probably comment on more people's YouTube posts in the future. Just to connect with more people in general. This thing will definitely not break. I got the Wii U that actually works. Well, I guess that question I would have is, right. Most Wii U should still work. As long as they haven't been excessively used, it should be working. Alright, I got one person. But not the rest of them. Now they're done. And that's good. What does BS stand for in this circumstance? Context is a little different. Oh, okay. It sounded like what you're talking about was a product of some kind. From the way it was written. Calm down. It's a vacuum player here. Not ideal. I know this person. Yeah, just paint this over. No, how did I mess this up, bro? There we go. Okay, I missed. Okay, I somehow dodged the. I dodged the angle shooter, but the person somehow just knew I was there. I think because they saw my location. Not good, but definitely perk-worthy. Alright, there we go. Not bad. There we go. We win. Again. So that's 9 wins. If I get another win, I should be able to get towards 10 wins total. Miiverse juxtaposition works flawlessly in Wii and 3DS systems. Why the extra parentheses there? Is that the specific system that Pretendo's using? Alright, on to the next one. There are some features missing, but overall it's a good revival. Okay. Yeah, so that makes me assume it's a separate system, because the original system went down. Which makes sense. Alright, let's keep going. There are some that aren't, like for example, some Miiverse integrations of some games online. Well, those would be harder to integrate because those are in the source code. So, I mean, that would make sense. Generally speaking. Wii Sports Resort can't be used online right now. Pardon me, I didn't hear you. What part did you not hear? I was mainly stating because those things are in the source code, it would be harder to access them, and that would make sense. Oh, wow. That was not a very pleasant experience. It got jumped out by the Moon Blaster. It's not paying too much attention now. There we go. On the 44. Aim pad. You know, keep going. Alright. No. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, considering these guys are going up. I would like to have this area fully secured. There we go. Okay. This area is not fully secured yet, but closer to it. Okay. We have this full paint arm here, so if anything does go wrong, we will be okay. Ah, I'm dead. Wow. Person there, and there's people coming onto us. There we go. Have to shut that down. Alright, one person down. I am a homebrew fanatic, even as a goal to make a custom Wii U theme. I mean, I think in the future, probably Nintendo might just add a feature like that, but for copyright purposes, it would make sense why they wouldn't want to add a feature like that. And would prosecute people if they tried to do it. If they knew about it. Oh, come on, man. I was about to get them, but oh well. I missed a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Okay, I knew something was up with that little area. I knew there was a problem. But as big as that, I did not assume that would happen. No, it's over. It's over. We've lost control over too many places. I'm down. That was a mistake on my part. I should not have brought anything with me. Or make a little Timmy level in Maker. I guess so. Alright, so that's my second loss of today. No, I have about 100 levels uploaded for Super Mario Maker 2. So, I do make levels occasionally. Unless you guys are talking about a different game. Which in this case, I know you guys talk about the first one. It doesn't allow you to delete levels yet. Oh wow. I mean, it might put a lot of work on their their service. Is probably why. Which would make sense. Is there a way you could set up a Pinterest so I have a way to DM you? Yeah, I could set up a Pinterest account. I don't have any limitations on the accounts I can make. I did see the conversation. Between you and Daisy, but I won't get too much further into that. I saw it this morning. They really had a good day today. Yeah, but I guess I can make one right after this. I have time. Okay, I didn't get that, guys. That's a problem. Hi, Catherine. Welcome to chat. What's going on here? I need to paint this stuff over. Oh, thank goodness my teammate was there. Oh, wow. I was using pencil earlier and generally did really good. Were you playing the Snipe Rider inside of ranked mode, or were you playing with the Answer Report? Also, that's good to hear. Okay, what? You need to have paint for these guys. Get available. Okay, how am I not hitting any of these shots right now? I'd be frustrated at myself for that. That is inadequacy. That should not happen. Wow. Wow. I didn't expect that to happen. Oh, wow. Okay. I played it in ranked and every mode except zones. Okay. It's usually better for zones, I would say. Because of how fast it paints, but they could work in other modes as well. Hold on. I do have profile actually. I still get 315 points, but I'm still very far away from getting to S+. Hold on. I actually do have... I don't know why I have Splatoon 2 plugged into the Switch. I could port in Mario Maker just to give you guys an overview of the stuff I have. No, so here's that Pinterest profile. It's logged in through my my actual email. Where is the game thing? I have a lot of games underneath here. Okay, conveniently, all the games I have are stored underneath this desk that I'm sitting at. Conveniently. Alright. Where is Mario Maker? I have too many games. I have too many games available right now. It's a lot of stuff I could actually play. I have Minecraft here as well. It said board not found. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Do I have to click on my profile directly? I'm a bit confused. I probably have to just share profile. Copy link and see if that's any different. Never mind. It says I have 1 follower. I have 2 followers, actually. Yeah, I'm on Pinterest. I do exist. Alright, wait. Where is Super Mario Maker 2? I have a lot of different games here. Is it in the other Switch? That's a possibility. But Mario Kart was in the other Switch, so that can't be true. Also, thank you for following. It's not working for you? I don't know why. It should be working. Oh my goodness. How many games do I have in here? I have about, like... I'm looking through... Yeah, I have 2 Switches. And I know you followed me. I have 2 Switches, yeah. And I have a bunch of Switch games that I have not finished yet. That I could probably play. Hold on. Put this one in here. There we go. Let me see. I haven't used Pinterest before. It's like an invite code, some weird thing. Yeah, stuff is like kind of weird. I don't know if you can access this. Can I get your profile link? I just need to follow you. Give me a second. This should work. This should work. If it doesn't, I might have a problem. Yeah, I designed this level, I think. Yeah, I designed this one here. I'm surprised the game still remembers. I was actually doing well there. Oh my goodness. Or we should just Splatoon me with after Mario Maker 2 if you want, because I want to see if it's alive or not. Okay. Okay, who in the world's playing my levels still in the Big 25 and Big 26? So some gamers here. I don't get too many likes though. But this is still a work in progress. I haven't finished it yet. Oh wait, no, actually, hold on. I think this level's finished actually. No, I think this level's actually finished. If I look at the subworld, I think it's finished. Yes? No, actually. No, this thing is nowhere near done. What level is this? What is bro cooking? Are you talking about me or someone else? I have a decent amount of levels that I just have in storage. These aren't uploaded yet, but I'm working on them. Oh, I'm working on a new super world. That's what I'm working on. But I haven't worked on it in a while. Actually. Alright, I got your message. I accepted it. Which one am I working on? I'm working on this one. I might as well just start making levels again. Although that's somewhat boring. People to watch. But no, I do have some pretty good ideas. I just haven't finished yet, but I can get back to working on some level ideas and then finish the castles later. The first 6 worlds up to this, I believe this last checkpoint are done. If I check, I believe everything's done except that last, except this one. So everything before that's done, and then these I'm still working on. Speaking of which, I could actually probably start working on some of these things now. I think this was... What type of level was it? I think this is a no touch the ground level that I'm working on. Yeah, this is a no touch the ground one. I haven't finished it, but I'll start work on it. But the goal is not to touch the ground. Which should be pretty easy to do. The issue is that my hands are not that good at stalling for this long. I already messed up. But this is a very good level design. Just to have this capability. The entire level is just doesn't have checkpoints, so it might be pretty short, I think. I actually want it to be pretty long, but the entire level would just be this of dodging stuff while you're floating up in midair. Actually designing the rest of that level, though, is the problem. I have this section here, but I haven't designed the rest of everything. So I probably won't have a subworld. Well, no, I do have a subworld for it, actually. Let me not lie. I have a subworld. I do have a subworld. I don't know why I have it, but it does exist. Actually, I could do a lot with this level. It will be quite difficult, but I can do a lot with it. Just want to be able to get through this first part quite easily. Yes, you can float in the air for a very long period of time. But there's a specific, like, time frame that you need to hit this twirl button to stay elevated for a very long section of time. Yeah, because this part here is difficult. I don't know if I'm going to play Splatoon 2 today. I may or may not. I don't really want to play Splatoon 2. But I might do a stream where I go back and play it again. Not a video as people like doing, but an actual stream of Splatoon 2 in 2026. Hi, Ruby. Actually, is this coin even possible to get? Hold on. Is this coin even possible to get without touching the ground? Storm. No, actually, hold on. If I try to get that coin from here, it would be possible. Actually, no, it is possible. I'm just terrible. Okay, no, that is actually possible. I'm just bad. Like, I am just bad, which is okay. The issue is I'm gonna have to clear check this. So when I have to clear check this, this will be a significant roadblock here. Boom, 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 boom. They need to get over to that vine. I didn't add too much here, but it will be a little difficult to get over to this vine area. But to be fair, if I time it with the saw, if I time the saw correctly, I might be able to do it. But that's only if I'm actually able to do this properly. Like that. You see? You can do it. Hold on. There we go. So that part is possible to do. It's just going to be difficult to do. But that is fine. For me. Ideally, that's fine. Alright, I know what I want to do. Actually, hold on. Because you're being small mode for a while. I'd wanna move this down a bit. So you could scoot through. And then add a land layer here. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so once you're here, the goal is to get on top of a wall here. Do I have a key coin? I do. I don't think I have key coins in this level. I don't think I need them, to be completely fair. Actually, hold on. I have this gap at the bottom. Do this. This gap at the bottom. Possible to avoid stuff. Ooh, that might be hard to avoid. That might be difficult to avoid as the type of player I'm playing right now. I'll just put myself over open space. But this will be a bit difficult to do. So I could do this. And you could twirl through this tiny spot, right? Yeah. There you go. So you can make it through there. But this is difficult to do, so not doing it properly will lead to major errors. So, yeah, gotta protect yourself there. Alright, so drag myself up here. And that wasn't so bad. Boom, boom. And you could just twirl yourself down. And get down here. Which isn't so bad. But I think actually, now I'm thinking about it, you'd want to force them to twirl down these edges. And then once they twirl into these edges, you have complete power over them. Because then they don't have a choice. Now, I don't have a choice to get through this part either, so I need to make sure that I actually know what I'm doing here. Because that part's going to be a bit difficult to break through, and I know that for sure. I may have a 1 pixel hitbox, but it's not going to be easy getting through that tiny pinhole. I don't think the player should try and slide down this little area here. I don't think they should do that. Alright, I might add some more spikes. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so what I'll do, I want to add a spike here. And I want to add one here, because that's just a common twirling mechanism I use. Boom, 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 boom. So I want that to be the case. There. So, quite difficult. I might shorten this level a lot, just to make it easier for myself to get through. But, I like the way I have it formatted so far. Because then I can slow it down. Alright, pour myself back up here. Believe it or not, most of the levels I have uploaded to Super Mario Maker 2, they're rated Super Expert according to the game. I don't know why. I think it's because of the very low clear rate. But I don't make easy levels. Pretty much a lot of stuff I do have, it's very difficult to do. Okay, and now I can add this little block here. What I want. So I want to add this here. so you get blocked if you make a mistake. So you'll have a chance to get through there. And you're barely halfway through the level. They have some tips on where to find the gems in Luigi's Mansion 3. I have not completed the game, so I cannot tell you. But there should be some good YouTube videos about it online that can help you figure out exactly what you need to find. Exactly where all the gems are. What do I want? It's a question I have for myself. What do I actually want to do here? Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so we have some ice right there. And that will make moving a little bit difficult for my pals. But I want to add a 30 coin there. And I can't add it there for some reason. But, you know, what I will do is I'll add it here. And then you can just jump directly out. And then we'll have a little area that you can get up to the top from. And then you use it to jump over this gigantic wall right here. This spike wall. Alright, go up. What else do I need? It might be good to add, like, maybe spike here. Maybe not really, though. So add a grinder in the middle here. That'll make things a little bit more tough. Not so tough that it's impossible, but a little bit more. Boom, boom, do, do, do. And then adding a fire bar here will make it difficult to escape this area. And then I can add, not one of those guys. I can add one of these guys here. Spin. Ooh, now that might be too much for this little area here. But I think this could work. There's no real easy way to get up there though. Just judging by what I see. What I might need is a vine system here. So I might need to get a few vines. And just move these over here. Alright, there we go. Did you fumble so badly? I don't know. You tell me. I really don't know. Alright, so this section here, it needs to be a full sequence, so let me get Toad up here to align this properly. Well, not like that. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'm a failure. I should not have that done. Look at that. Guys, it says his, her, I'm mad. Uh-oh. Okay, getting through this little checkpoint here is not so difficult, but for me, it is very difficult. For whatever reason, I don't know why. I think if I actually play this consistently, it will take a while to come through this little area. Because this is like a kind of a tight junction here, I will admit. Because I have to make a pivot right at some point. Get on Splatoon? Which one? Which one? 1? I don't have Splatoon 1. I don't have Pretendo. My Wii U can't do that because my gamepad is dead. I need my gamepad to get internet on it. Specifically, I need a gamepad charger if I'm going to be able to get internet to download Pretendo. My current one is broken.